Special thanks to Toy Dojo for sponsoring this video. You can find this figure and more at toydojo.com. Link in the description below. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'll be reviewing this. This is Magic Square MS-B33 Deadly, also known as a Legend Scale Perceptor. Now I'm not sure how they got the name Deadly for Perceptor, but it is what it is. And you have here on the front of the box, very cool box art of Perceptor. Now the rest of the box is pretty plain and minimalistic. You see Deadly here on the back, just a silhouette of him in microscope mode, side and bottom. Okay, let's get Deadly out of the box. Here is Deadly out of the box. He comes with his instruction sheet, a trading card, very cool box art on the front, and his stats on the back. And this card is actually made out of plastic, which is kind of cool. His weapon, and Deadly himself, aka Perceptor. Now recently I took a big dive into third-party Legend Scale Transformers. I picked up a bunch of stuff from the Toy Dojo. Please do check them out. Put a link to their store in the description below. Picked up a bunch of Magic Square Transformers, some Mech Fan toys, and Mechanic Studio as well. So hopefully they'll be making an appearance in some reviews on my channel. But I got Perceptor here and wanted to review him first because as a kid I had Perceptor, so I was pretty excited to have this Legend Scale version of this character. Let's take a closer look at him here. Very cool looking, very true to the Generation 1 cartoon design, and what a clean looking robot mode. Like it a lot. Now you do have some different color red here. This is actually more of a crimson color. This is more of a bright red, but I don't know, I think that's okay. It does break it up a bit, so that's kind of nice. Very nice clean paint apps here, and even on here, this blue is actually paint, which matches the plastic very well. The head, nice blue paint apps on the eyes, which are very clean. And you gotta imagine, for this scale, it's hard to, get all that detail nice and clean because the figure, as you can see, is really small. Have some articulation here on the microscope piece. Now this part can actually go either way. If you open it up like so, you can flip it to this side and turn it around. So it is not stuck on the left or the right. Let's put his weapon in his hand. Nice secure hold on it. Now these dials here, they don't turn, they are fixed. And I think this spins because it's just snapped in. No clear plastic here for the microscope, which is a little unfortunate. It would have been kind of cool if this part was clear. Moving on to articulation of the figure. I already showed you how the cannon here can move around, so let's put that out of the way. The head is on a ball joint and can rotate 360 and tilt up like so. The arm can rotate 360, lift up the shoulder this high. You can bend at the elbow this much. He can rotate 360 at the bicep, and he can rotate at the wrist 360. He can rotate at the waist 360. He can do the splits. He can rotate at the thigh this much. If you flip up this panel, he can kick this far up, this far back. He can bend at the knee this much. He can rotate at the lower part of the knee, but I think that's mainly due to transformation. And he does have ankle tilt. I almost forgot to mention he does have an ab crunch. A lot of articulation for such a tiny figure, which is really impressive. And for some size comparisons in robot mode, here is Deadly next to Earthrise Prowl, who has been given the Toy Hacks treatment and some upgraded weapons from Non-F Productions, Magic Square's Shockwave, Magic Square's Cliff Jumper, Mechfan Toys Blaster, and Jinbao Skywarp, which is an oversized KO of the New Age Seeker mold with some slight modifications. Okay, let's get Deadly transformed into his microscope mode. Here is Deadly in microscope mode, and he does look okay. Now there are a couple of things that are just a little bit odd, which is this back part, you know, with the tank treads just coming out this way. I mean, it all snaps in, and it's not that much of an eyesore to me, but it is a little bit odd. But other than that, pretty much spot on in microscope mode. Transformation was nice and satisfying, not overly complex, but really not overly simplified considering the Generation 1 toy was really simple. So this one is actually pretty satisfying to transform. Now, there is no instructions for the tank mode that he had in G1, but you can see the tank treads here. I'm pretty sure somebody could figure something out. But yeah, pretty much fits the role of a microscope. Really not much to say. It doesn't really roll or anything. There's no wheels, but really, Perceptor in microscope mode, not a lot to ask for, so really not a lot to expect. Now, I didn't see any weapon storage for him in microscope mode. I thought maybe I could peg it in here, but that hole is too small, along with this one, so you can just put his gun on the side. And for some size comparisons in microscope mode, here is Deadly next to Magic Square Drag Strip, MechFan Toys Grapple, and Magic Square Motormaster without his trailer. Okay, let's get Deadly back to his robot mode for my final thoughts. So my final thoughts on Magic Square Deadly. Overall, really pleased with the figure. I'm just amazed how much they are able to pack into a figure so small. And I really have to give a shout out to Deluxe Baldwin and thank him. He actually pushed me over the edge with Legends collecting by giving me this guy. So about a month ago, he sent me Magic Square Shockwave, and I was really impressed with this figure. And I tried to resist getting into Legends, but finally broke down and ordered a bunch of stuff from the Toy Dojo, came in, and I guess I am not looking back. But as far as Perceptor is concerned, very cool figure. Love all that articulation in a figure so small. Transformation, very satisfying, yet not overly complicated. Really not much to complain about this figure. Now, again, in that microscope mode, it's that panel toward the back with the tank treads is just a little odd. Wish they cleaned that up a little bit better, but other than that, such a great figure. Anyway, that is it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Follow us on social media and check out our Discord. Links in the description below.